Two things. I hope I don't get copyrighted for this. And two, I've seen some fight scenes of One Punch Man. Some of them. So what I'm about to see is going to be new. Some like I know some fight scenes are going to be new to me, but like, yeah. Like I started watching One Punch Man a long time ago, but I don't know why I stopped. But it's a nice anime though. I like it though. But let's get it. So. It's the red boots for me.
誰じゃね君は。
俺はヒーローをやっているものだ。
I know him.
One Punch Man's been one of the most entertaining and popular anime of recent times.
I remember that fight. I remember this fight right here. That was a bomb-ass fight. Bomb-ass fight. Like, when he fought, there was one scene in this fight when he was about to punch him, right? And I think it said like death or something on the screen right before he didn't punch him at all, but like when he was about to punch him, and then he stopped. Right there, so much wind and dust and dirt, just like, you know what I mean? Just like went past, and then you saw the air from the wind from his punch. You saw a big ass hole behind this mother clucker. If they show that, y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. That was crazy. Like, can you imagine if he would have hit him with that? He'd be obliterated. There'd be nothing for it. Like, his atoms would be shattered.
That being said, I settled on a video highlighting the top moments in One Punch Man. That's right, I wanted to make a compilation that's all about our beloved, albeit a tad bit lazy hero who sacrificed his hair for power. I know, totally an original list video, but hey, I'm a sucker for epic battles. So put up your jukes and get ready for this list.
Why'd I look like a Titan? Are they crossing universes? And I know about Attack on Titan. I know like 1% of it. Like, again, with that anime, I've seen like some scenes. But I know about Attack on Titan.
We start off the list highlighting the battle from the very first episode. That's Saitama versus the Giant Man. A regular dude called Marugori became the towering mutant menace Giant Man after taking the ultimate steroid drug Biceps Brachii King that his scientist older brother created. These two, though mainly it was Giant Man's doing while his brother egged him on, caused a lot of damage to various cities. Finally, Saitama steps in and lives up to his name as he literally knocks Giant Man out.
God damn! Bruh! And I don't even think that was Saitama's strongest punch. I don't know what his strongest punch is. I think Saitama's strongest punch is like him being able to like destroy a planet in one punch. But bro, what?
力ってのはつまらないもんだ。
Y'all realize when that big ass dude fell because of One Punch Man, he fell on houses and people. and other living creatures and buildings and stuff. Like, people just died. Like, hella people just died because that big ass mother clucker just timbered like a mother clucker on his back. Come on, man. He just low key Saitama just killed like hella people.
Sakuna!
Oh, I remember this. I remember that.
Not straying too far from episode 1, at number 9 we have Saitama's next opponents, the Subterranean people. Keeping in the introduction arc, this next battle was a bit unusual. First, a mysterious assailant attacked Saitama while he was relaxing in his apartment, and when he tried to fend them off, his usual one-hit KO didn't work. Secondly, the assailant belongs to a large group of creatures called the Subterraneans. Their home within the Earth's crust is overpopulated, and they've come to seize the surface world for new real estate. And as if the regular Subterranean people weren't bad enough, the Subterranean King is a total unit. But it turns out that Saitama was just dreaming up the entire epic encounter. The fight was wonderfully animated and has some really great hand-to-hand action.
I love fight scenes like that when it's just like hand-to-hand combat and it's just nothing but strength. Oh my god, and like, oh my god, I love that. Like when Naruto and Sasuke fought in a Final Valley when they was like teenagers. Like early teenagers. Like for the first time in Final Valley. And it was in the beginning of the fight and they was just doing hand to hand. And when they were like grown-ups or like 16 or whatever, like after the 4th Great Ninja War, and they was fighting in the Final Valley again, and they was doing some hand-to-hand combat. Oh my god, and you heard like the impact and the weight, and oh my god, that was sexy. Is there anybody? These some weird ass looking creatures. But is there anybody that can beat One Punch Man? Has he even been tested to his limits? If it wasn't for One Punch Man's one punch, you think Goku would have a chance against Saitama? I would say Naruto might have a chance, but then again, it's like, I don't know. If it wasn't for One Punch Man's one punch, I think Naruto would have a good fight too. And Goku.
Next on our list is the short battle between One Punch Man and the King of Beasts. Now, this was a battle that surely made our friends over at Peter happy. I mean, they already accused Pokemon of endorsing animal abuse, so I'm actually surprised they didn't jump on this. Anyway, for this battle, Saitama went toe-to-paw with Beast King, an artificial mutant sent by Dr. Genus to capture One Punch Man so that he could use him as a human research subject. However, this capture didn't go near as well as these poor, unsuspecting mooks thought it would. As usual, a single hit from Saitama results in this kitty being put down from a disemboweling punch.
He said normal punch, god damn! Oh, I remember this.
Moving on to number 7, Saitama saves Genos. In a superhero series, it's expected for the titular hero to save the damsel in distress. Even though Genos isn't a damsel per se, he was definitely in distress. And by whom, you ask? Well, as it happens, he's in distress because of a damsel. That's if you consider someone like Mosquito Girl, who absorbs the blood her swarms of blood-sucking insect servants harvest from bodies until they're dead husks, to even qualify as a damsel, especially considering the fact that she was completely merciless with the cyborg in their fight, literally cutting him down to size by taking a limb and slicing him open. But just because she laid down the coup de grace, Saitama went from One Punch Man to One Slap Man as he pimp smacked Mosquito Girl into a truly bloody mess across 3 buildings.
Yeah.
か、
Bitch.
うぜ
I fucking love One Punch Man because it's like he doesn't even try. You know what I mean? And he has such a nonchalant attitude, face. God. I wonder what it's like when he actually is trying to fight. Because the fight scenes I've seen so far, he has not tried whatsoever. And also, I don't know if you could tell, but One Punch Man can literally almost eat up every punch, every kick that he gets hit by. It's like nothing phases him.
Moving on to number 6, it's Saitama versus Carnage Kabuto. For this entry on the list, we finally come face to face with Dr. Genus. The insidious scientist has only one more trump card left to play, and the name of that trump card is Carnage Kabuto, Dr. Genus's ultimate mutation. Saitama steps in and the pair square off within the special chamber of Dr. Genus's secret base, and it's in this same episode that we learn the secret of how One Punch Man came to be so strong, which, as it turns out, was just basic training exercises taken to a maximum level. This leads Carnage Kabuto to take on his ultimate form, Carnage Mode, and attack Saitama with full force. But then our titular character remembers something. He's late for a special sale at the supermarket. This leads him to punch Carnage Kabuto into oblivion and then wail in his lament. Just goes to show you, don't get between a person and a store sale.
That's disgusting. That's gross. Ah, here we go. This right here is probably one of the best fight scenes I have ever seen in anime. It's up there. Oh my God. And I don't know if he's going to show it in this video, but for the ones that have not seen this fight scene, I would suggest looking it up because that's, man.
At 5, we have Saitama versus Genos. Though this was a practice bout, Genos didn't hold back in any way. We see fluid, motion-focused animations throughout this scene. This type of animation style is hardly easy to do, so kudos to the artists and respects to their surely dead wrists for pulling off this frame-by-frame feat. Anyway, the main point of this practice was for Genos to experience Saitama's strength firsthand after they both passed the National Superhero Registry exam. However, he wanted the bold hero to take it seriously. At first he didn't, which is something we've all come to expect of Saitama at this point. So when Genos reiterates that he wants his master to be serious in this practice bout, he gets exactly what he wants.
I'm saying, yeah. Watch, all of this, watch. He didn't even hit him.
腹減った。飯だ飯。うどん食いに行こうぜ。
He didn't show it.
先生。俺の町に落ちてんじゃ。ねえ。
Oh
At
my.
number 4, we have Saitama destroying the Meteor. Prior to Saitama coming in to stop the Meteor, several S-rank heroes made their own attempts to destroy or even steer the Meteor away, but they all failed. Genos made an attempt and seemed like he could pull it off, but he exhausted too much of his body's energy and blaster power that he went into an automatic shutdown. Enter Saitama, every bit the badass he is, as he goes up, and away to blast through the ball of rock and fire. The animation for this best moment is more focused on objects and background, which shows how much attention the artist gave to this scene. Again, let's pray for the dead wrists of these hard-working creative people.
一見落着だな。
一匹も逃がさない。
At number 3, it's the battle against the Deep Sea King. We've talked about Saitama's battles and best moments for most of this list, so at number 4 we're going to shift gears and focus on Genos and Moomin Rider. This time they face the Deep Sea King, a tyrannical ruler of the sea folk and just an all-round prick who loves to hurt people. Two things that make this fight worthy of a spot on this list are 1. Genos holding his own even when the tides, no pun intended there, shift out of his favour, even risking his life to save a little girl from getting struck by the self-proclaimed King's acid spit, and 2. The surprise appearance of C-class hero Moomin Rider, who fought with Deep Sea King even though he was severely outclassed and kept getting back up even when he was put down. It just goes to show you though, it really isn't the size of the dog in the fight, but the size of the fight in the dog. Also, don't worry, One Punch Man arrived soon enough and made Deep Sea King a fish fillet combo.
God damn! Oh shit!
In the second to last top moment, we're focusing on the S-rank heroes and their battle with an absurdly powerful enemy known as Melzer God.
I feel like with him, that enemy, because he can grow limbs, I feel like you would have to obliterate him. You know what I mean? You would have to he would have to do what Saitama did to that mosquito girl and just obliterate her. Ooh.
And we're changing focus from our titular character to others. In this case, the S-rank heroes Silver Fang, Atomic Samurai, Metal Bat, Puri Puri Prisoner, and their enemy, the monstrous alien Melzer God, a member of the Dark Matter Thieves and one of the main antagonists of the Alien Conquerors arc. It's only when Metal Bat makes a surprising discovery of a marble in one of the separated parts of Melzer God that the heroes figure out how to defeat this monstrous alien. One by one, each of the S-rank heroes makes an awe-inspiring display of their respective skills as they crush each marble. This battle was hardly easy for the S-rank heroes, but nonetheless, they come out victorious and eventually manage to defeat him.
これだけ何度も見ていれば猿でも要領をつかめるわい。それで大手じゃ。
I remember this.
男には俺の全てをぶつけたくなった。
And
this enemy went all out. And I don't know if it was this fight, but I remember a fight scene where Saitama went to the moon. He got hit so hard that he went to the moon. And he was like, and then went back to the earth. But that whole scene of him being on earth and his emotions and him just being nonchalant is just so clucking awesome. And then the whole sound effect, oh my God. I wanna find that scene.
finally, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the moment we've all been waiting for. The most epic moment within the One Punch Man series of all time. Or at least so far until Season 2. This moment's about Saitama's battle with Lord Boros, the Cyclops-like leader of the Dark Matter Thieves. Much like Saitama, the intergalactic villain deals with an existential crisis in which he lost all thrill in life after becoming so powerful. How does Lord Boros remedy this? By launching an invasion on Earth to find a worthy opponent as suggested by a prophecy, of course, and eventually his search led him to meet One Punch Man. I could go on about what makes this battle number 1 on the list, but I'll just list the 2 main points. The first is that Lord Boros actually survived Saitama's fabled one-hit KOs, and the second is that this battle's the longest that Saitama has ever had with any of his past enemies. Both combatants exchange blows and don't hold back whatsoever. Just when it seems like Lord Boros will win, as he uses his ultimate move, Collapsing Star Roaring Cannon, our bold hero unleashes his own final attack, the Serious Punch. Truly, Saitama is the strongest hero.
必殺マジシリーズマジ殴り
So those are my favourite moments from the One Punch Man series, or at least they are the best ones until Season 2 comes along. And if you like my channel, then do subscribe, click the notification bell, check out my Twitter, and maybe even consider supporting the channel by donating to my Patreon. Until next time, my otakus in prop replica arms, see ya!
Alright, relax. I have a question. Right. No, I'll probably make a separate video for that. Who can go up against Saitama? Like, forget all about, you know what I mean, in the same universe and different... I want to talk just in general, like in different universes and whatnot. Who can put up a fight against... Like, do y'all think Saitama versus Master Ultra Instinct Goku will put up a good fight? Or you think One Punch Man got that? Like, who can go up against his mother clucker? Like, and they need, it'd be nice if they did like a crossover between universes. Because I would love to see Goku versus Saitama. Oh, God. And I feel like they can do that crossover. I don't know, like, who has the rights and like papers and I don't know like the legal stuff on it, but like Goku. Oh, do you think Beerus or Whis would have a good fight against Saitama? The only reason I say that is because they in Dragon Ball, like all you know what I mean, any of the series, especially like Super, they can go to like different universes. What's up? I'm pretty sure they can, if they do it right, they can go over to like the I was about to say One C. They can go over to One Punch Man's universe and see what's up. Like, that could be a whole thing. Like, Whis and Bears, you know what I mean? They already go through different universes. They can just bring Goku with them and find Saitama in a whole different universe and spar. Oh my God. But I'm just throwing it out there. Keep it cool, keep it classy, and I love you. Stay happy, my family.